Bluetooth connected.
KME Kelleher. Hey, thanks. How's it going? I'm just kind of barely getting started and not much to it at the moment, but hopefully it will turn out. Rivals Kid, hello. Dwayne Ogletree, hello. Jeremiah Jolly, hello. Mr. Unknown, hello. Sendico, hello. Shotgun Scream, what's up? How's everyone doing? Oh, Shotgun Scream. Sorry, I forgot about that. I remember now that you mentioned. I remember talking about it, but awesome. Hillary Gushlaw. How do I do that? You're talking about the drawing. It's just practice, practice, practice. There's literally nothing else. Forrest McLeod, how's it going? Bum, bum, bum. Silly Mia, you wish you knew anatomy this good. I wish I knew anatomy better. It's just practice. I know that's kind of a boring answer, but that's just all. That's the only way I ever get sort of good is just to keep practicing. Sheldon, what's up, man? Oh, it's a page for follow up to this one. The main guy from the other book that I just got done drawing. He's getting some information, getting a plan of what to do. So then he's standing on this little thing, and all these little devices are going to like assemble this kind of art outfit armor on him. Which there's going to be a page in between this one and this where it's going to show him kind of like changing his eye goggle things, and but then it's going to show a couple panels of him getting kind of geared up, and then you get a big splash page of him in the full-on outfit. So it's a big moment. Like I gotta show like the whole thing. So I'm trying to nail the pose down.
When you safeguard your home,
Sorta what I was thinking of.
thanks to trusted service, advanced solutions, expert installation, professional monitoring. That's smart.
Philip Michael says, "Love your work, Rob, and all the streams. Keep comics alive and doing what you love." Well, thanks. I appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you to say. Thank you. Yeah, Sheldon, that was a special treat for me. Um, like finally getting to hear someone else talk about my stuff. You know, and he was way nicer than he needed to be. There's a lot of amateurish stuff going on in it, but that's what I did on my lunch break at work today was listen to that. That was fun. Melkaraki. Hello, how's it going? Montoya, how are you? Ginger Bear, how's it going? Montoya, yeah, I was just saying that I really enjoyed watching someone else kind of crack open my book and just kind of talk about what they liked and found interesting about it. Like I was saying, he was probably went a little easy on me. He probably could have picked it apart, uh, if nothing else, at least artistically easily. But it was I really enjoyed that. That kind of made my day. Not my real name. How you doing? What's going on? So sick of these commercials. You want to know what I recently decided I could do? I mean, I've had this thought in my head for a couple of years now, but I finally implemented it. Um, like this comic that I'm going to be doing now, which is kind of issue 2 to the, the Dick in a Jar book that's coming. Um, I've got some city scenes I have to draw, right? And that's what's going to be in these 2 panels, for example. I got to have an establishing city shot and then a close up on a specific building. And I'm like, it's trying to like do building designs and details and stuff like that. Thanks for stopping in, Monty. Um, but I'm always like, oh, it's kind of tricky, so I'm looking online or just kind of fake it or whatever. But I'm like, you know what I could do is, so I play Grand Theft Auto online, GTA 5, and so I just go into a lobby and go into the city and find some perspectives on buildings. Like I went to this part in the city in the game that's like a older rundown part, some like old rundown apartment buildings. And I just have my character, I position him where I want my camera to be. And then I angle it up and I look around and then with my phone, I just snapped a couple of shots to like capture a building in perspective with all the kind of relevant building details that I want on it. And I'm like, this helps immensely. Here's a fully rendered three-dimensional city that I can use as a basis. I'm not going to like just copy it exactly, but I can get the details and the perspective and kind of a guiding, like a guiding kind of point of view to be able to choose the angles I want. And I'm like, this actually helps significantly. You're going to be in Tokyo? Weren't you in Japan not too long ago already? It was probably like a year ago. I'm going to be jealous. I mean, I am jealous. That sounds like amazing. Um, I mean, I wouldn't say don't go out of your way in a way that would be a pain in the ass to like take pictures. But I know that if I was there, I'd be snapping up a ton of pictures if I could. That would be awesome. But yeah, Sheldon, like I would show them to you, but they're on this phone I'm recording from. But I'm like, oh, this is easy. I could take one of the vehicles and float up in the air or land on a roof and get an aerial view looking down, or I could be on a ground view looking up, go back into the alleyways. And it's just all those little details of like, here's a storefront, here's a door, here's a window, here's the trim around it, here's the sign. Above it are the like fire escape catwalks. Here's the sidewalk and the perspective that it would look like. It's just got all the detail like right there. And I'm like, okay, this might work out. Yeah, Ginger. So yeah, it was a year ago. It's just a vacation trip kind of thing. Sounds freaking fantastic. I'd love to go to Japan. That would be amazing. Sheldon, you say her way took longer though. I wonder if because the last message I see from you, Sheldon, is that seems like a good idea, and then I see her way took longer. I'm wondering if you typed in something that didn't come through. Got 50 photos from your last Tokyo trip. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know, Sheldon. Sometimes it just doesn't send things through, but I think whatever you were referring to when you said her way took longer, it just did not come through. I don't see anything. You might have to redo it. It's so obnoxious. Like, it's so weird. I don't put any restrictions on these things, but sometimes it just does it on its own. Nope, Sheldon, I don't see anything else. I see I didn't swear or anything, and then did that one go through? Mello, how are you? Yeah, let me throw that back up there. Yeah, the main guy from the book, the Cable ripoff guy, he's getting a design upgrade for this one. I kind of have this idea of having him be in a different outfit. Um, every book, because this is him, the guy with the mohawk and the scarred head, and like the guy you drew, the Cable ripoff, Commander Max. This is him in a new outfit, kind of like a streamlined kind of Iron Man-ish kind of thing, a Batman Beyond kind of thing. But he's got the Cyclops visor, and of course, I talk about all the time in my reviews and those Liefeld books when the guys have the headgear, and I say they always look like robotic dicks on their head. Well, I'm putting robotic dicks on this guy's head, and people are going to point it out. He's like, "Why does your headgear look like giant robotic dildos?" He's going to be like, "It's the most advanced communication system and advanced warning, and it's connected to a satellite in space." And everyone's going to be like, "Yeah, that's awesome, but it looks like you got a couple of giant robot dicks strapped to the side of your head." He's going to be pissed off. Don't know why his face reminds me of a wrestler. Do you know which one? Yeah, this basic design and this like kind of dragon front piece on here is something I come up with like 20 years ago, maybe even longer. 25 years ago. I just keep forgetting how old I am. And it was for a character that I made when I was a lot younger that's never going to be used anywhere, but I always kind of liked kind of the broken up design element. So I was trying to come up with something new to put this guy in for this book, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could do that dragon design thing. Sheldon, you say, I seen a video that Amy Reeder did, how she does city pics. Basically, she just uses Google Earth, how you use the video game. Yeah, there you go. Why would it block that twice? That is crazy, Sheldon. That's nuts. But yeah. It wouldn't let you super chat it? Did it tell you why? Did it say like this is not allowed because Jerry?
Alone at home, laying in my bed, hearing voices in my head. Leave me alone, I can't cope with this pain. Do you feel the same? Do you crave for pain? Nope, there's other dope Xanax value where I get in and speed. I'd rather smoke weed. I'm the best in the West, no stress, sticks, still, speed. Fulfilling my needs, feeling dreams. Searching for some relief, never gonna stop till the day that I drop. Driving like it's hot at 12 o'clock on the dot, meet me at our corner spot. Hell yeah, you the best beat I ever bought. It couldn't be a sin. Don't leave me a kid. From the earth that world like clean and pure. You'll marijuana connoisseur, and I'm sure. And I'ma stay high till the day that I die. With this tilted grin, how could I lie? Smoking out like I got smoke when I
Jerry, I've been on for 49 minutes right now. Mello, is Sentinel, so there's just multiple characters that end up with that design element. like Liefeld would put tons of characters in that. Addie, how are you? This is what I was drawing first.
I love this with the back foot. You always please me. Taste good,
Look good, smell good.
you make me feel good. My head's good. Now I'm not good on love on the first date.
Pillow, you tried to add it to the drawing. Oh man. Addie, auditions tomorrow. Auditions for what?
Sweet queen, smell the aroma, sweet as my mama. Take away my drama, keep it being free. It's a $18.99 for 2 pieces and 2 sides. Oh yeah, it's Domino's perfect combo.
I moved your meeting, and your car will be here in 5. Perfect.
Look at this little beauty of family's got.
Nice.
Jerry, you watched all 3 of the Gen 13 3-parter? Well, thanks. I wasn't sure if doing 3 videos in a row is a good idea or a bad idea. You know, I usually try to spread things out, but I don't know. I did it anyway. I tried it. Eddie, it's an ensemble to perform with other wind players. You can't say what because it's really close to my area. Yeah, Ghost Rider Ballistic. That one was fun.
Don't get off how I am. Feels like I'm still a kid. No rules, no plan. I don't wanna be the same. Just like as that. No rules, no check, no framework to condemn. Don't get off how I am. Feels like I'm still a kid. No rules, no plan. I don't wanna be the same as them. No rules, no change, no framework to condemn. Don't care how told out what I am. Feels like I'm still a kid. No rules, no plan. I don't wanna be the same as them. No rules, no change, no framework to condemn. Baby, forget happiness. Let's keep the vibe. By the rules I lost, but I don't mind the ride. Step it up, no problem. Let them crash and slide. All those rules should not expect. I know, no rules, no guide. I closed my eyes and jumped into the void. Fear doesn't exist, it's something can't restore. No real rules, just lies that deploy. Some small, some big or decoys. That's the point. Why I'm still alive. Internal struggle, or is life just a job? How it feels like that's between us. Why lie just to keep a chat robust? Sit in silence, that's magic. I trust. No rules, no limits till now, till dusk. I don't get how old I am. Feels like I'm still a kid. No rules, no plan. I don't wanna be the same. The same as them. No rules, no chains, no framework to condemn. Don't care how old I am. Feels like I'm still a kid. No rules, no plan. I don't wanna be the same as them. No rules, no change, no framework to condemn.
Yeah, Eddie, I don't know about that. I don't know if it's illegal or not. I don't like when people do it, but I 100% support people's right to protest as they want. But I don't know. I don't want to get into all that stuff. But interesting. Jerry, you liked all the different IPs used in those Gen 13 books. Yeah, it was fun to see them involve all that stuff. Jaro, big muscle man. I instantly have Vince McMahon's commentary for his old bodybuilding league in my head. Mike McMahon, hey. I was working on this bigger shot earlier. Latique, what is up? No, you're fine, Addie. It's just that it tends to spark difficult conversations that won't be resolved here. But Latique, man, hey man, what's up? How's it going? Ginger, yeah, I saw that. I saw that you'd sent a thing. I'll give it a shot. Give it a look. What chiropractor does that guy go for his posture, right? Latique, you just chilling, came back from the studio working on your book. Hell yeah. Yeah, Campbell drew a fantastic looking she.
Save the $500 on select Tempur-Pedic mattress and adjust it.
Thanks for stopping in, Addie. Yeah, with Billy Tucci's she, you know, the some of the art that I saw, I can see that it's a guy who's definitely you know, talented and passionate, but the art wasn't good enough to catch my eye and make me want to seek it out. It just I don't know, wasn't quite there for me. But you know, it was successful for him, and he kind of made a career, so to speak, out of it. Say Tucci Shi 5 times. Hold my breath, avoiding my death. Yeah, Jerry, I certainly know of Kabuki. I saw some of that. It was a David Mack thing, right? Um, it's another one of those. What a lot of the thing with these books that were out at certain times, and I never got them, is because I just never saw them on the shelves in my local comic shops. And if I would have, I might have picked them up, but they were never there. And then a lot of time passes, and I'm just like, I don't care. And you know, maybe I'm missing out on some amazing stuff, but I don't live in an area that's known for its like a great appreciation for comics culture back in the day. So the places I got my stuff from really only had, you know, just the basic spinner rack stuff. End Raven, how's it going? Come for the drawing, stay for the singing. You're gonna draw a battle damaged Lady Death? Heck yeah. I know there's a couple of reasons that probably will be awesome. All right, time to retire this warrior. He is out of life. He did his best. To the graveyard he goes. Sheldon, for the longest time, your access to comics was a spinner rack at a grocery store. Like, same here, man. Yeah, there was a drugstore on Main Street in the small town I lived in. Bullock Drug. Tiny pencil, yeah. And it was just all kind of luck to show up and get a book. Then eventually somebody opened up an actual comic shop of sorts and could kind of get stuff on hold and pick up stuff from there. And it was fun for a while. Yeah, you pick up Wizard just to kind of keep up with stuff because, well, where else are you going to know? Richard, I'll make sure to have those couple of reasons breaking the panel borders. Heck yeah. Oh, we are juveniles. We are laughing. One day we will look back on this with great fondness. Jerry, for you, it was 5 and 3 packs, and when someone had a bunch of random comics they wanted to get rid of. Yeah, I know. Sometimes we just had to, like, luck of the draw, right? But eventually, when I was, I think I was 16, I was 15 or 16, we moved from the small town in southern Utah up to northern Utah to Salt Lake City. and there was a couple of like actual legitimate comic book stores, but still, I never saw any of the more indie stuff. But I mean, honestly, even if I would have seen it, I probably would have ignored it, probably, because again, there is such a thing as being on a tight budget, and I'm lucky to get anything. Um, and I was just my interest was buried up Image Comics ass, so that wasn't going to change.
Another moment to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, nook, cranny. I mean, they shouldn't teach you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Where can you double up on the funniest comedy? On Disney Plus and Hulu. And it's one of the greatest discoveries of modern
Sit with this.
Yeah, anytime is all right. When you need you like the cake, you will listen to what the kid has to say. Cause you know which you dance straight. Can't wait. Gotta get on the album before it's too late. Everybody doing with me. My friends, your brother, the right brain. He wants to keep your eardrum. They go way up to your head.
Most of the books you've gotten over the years was independent and or not Marvel or DC. Think bargain bin. Yeah, I guess you just find them where you can, right? Latique, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Just trying to figure out some of this stuff here. No, his name doesn't change. He's going to be the same guy, the same name, just different outfit.
Yo, DJ.
Oh, precious.
It's my body. People don't want to. My time. It's my time. The way you come out of my mind. It's true. What we do. I've been wrong since you what I want to do. No time. It's your way. Wish you what we do, can't wait.
You're right, Andrew. It took me a second. I'm like, what? Sam Rockwell? But yeah, the Turtle movie when he was just played the part of a young punk kid. It was weird when I figured that out years later. Sam Rockwell. I like that guy, especially when he gets up and starts doing his dancing that he can do so well. It's pretty entertaining.
That's what we do. Everybody, everybody. You know what time it is when they have they so boom to the high. Let's get the busy and the feelings like what's that? Come with a party. This week, this week, school just the people are working. And you got school. I'm running things when you want to do. The things of life is I have a review. Don't know how, just watch what I do. I do, that fool. What's your ball? That's what we do.
Now I'm not sure how to draw this part because I'm showing a part of this character. I've never thought about what it looks like underneath. Now I'm not sure what to do with it.
You can't have too much of a good thing. That's why USAA has continued to grow for over 100 years to provide the military community with exceptional insurance and banking options. Because at USAA, we took care of our own.
When you safeguard your home with AAA, you can rest easy that you're protected. Thanks to trusted service.
Girl, you know it's true. Who doesn't love a good Milli Vanilli song, right?
Move forward and flare less with Eblis for eczema. U.S. Olympian Maddie Mastro coming through with
Ba, 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 ba.
Hold 'em like they do in Texas. Hold 'em, let 'em hit me, raise it, leave it, stay with me. Look him, intuition, play the cards, fake the start. And after he's been hooked, I'll play the one that's on his heart.
I can't listen to this song without thinking of the South Park version of it where Cartman was singing it. It's actually really funny. Pop, 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 pop. Ma, 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 ma.
Taste our world. Celestial Seasonings Tea.
Stepping. I too once had a family, Eddie. Many years ago, I lived in Japan. A pet of my master Yoshi mimicking his movements from back then. And I his in Jesu. For Yoshi is one of Japan's finest shadow warriors. His only rival was a man named Okusaki.
Usaki.
All things, no, more fierce for the love of a woman. And she's love only for my master. And rather than see him fight Saki for her, she persuaded Yoshi to flee with me to America. Something about vengeance. I remember it well. As my master returned home to find his beloved ship lying on the floor. And then he saw her killer. Saki wasted no words, and during the struggle, my gauge was broken. I stepped into Saki's face, biting it hard, but he moved me to the floor. I took one swipe with his katana, slicing my ear. Then he was gone, and I was alone. For 15 years now, we have lived here. Before that time, I was the pet of my master Yoshi, mimicking his movements from my cage and learning the secret art of ninja. When we were forced to come to New York, I found myself for the first time without a home, wandering the sewers, scavenging for whatever I could find. And then, one day, I came upon a shattered glass jar and 4 baby turtles. That was us. The little ones were crawling into the strange glowing ooze from a broken canister nearby. I gathered them up in an old coffee can, and when I awoke the next morning, I received a shock, but they had doubled in size. I too was growing, particularly in Italy. I was amazed at how intelligent they seemed. Nothing can prepare me for what happened next. One of them spoke. More words.
So,
I began to hear the all I had done for my master.
I'm just listening to music on YouTube, and this is one of the tracks from the original Ninja Turtle movie where Splinter is explaining how he, the Splinter's Tale, it's called. It's funny that they decided to include that into the soundtrack, just the audio bits of Splinter explaining from the movie, just the dialogue itself of how he came to America with his master and how he got killed, and then how he found the little turtles. They just straight up included in the soundtrack. And listening to this is one of those things that's like just a direct link to my childhood. Like this and the Transformers animated movie soundtrack.
Donatello.
It's just such awesome stuff that just gets me going, oh, I listened to this stuff as a kid on cassette 1,000 times.
AI can't fly. But it can help boost trajectory for more airtime. Find your edge with AI from Google Cloud.
Post Malone presents the Big Ass Stadium Tour. Returns for part 2 with special.
Yeah, Transformers the movie. I can watch that thing over and over. And again, I'm transported just being back to being a kid, and I still love it. It's just, I know it's simple. Like, it's not an overly complicated story, but for the Transformers animated series, it's exactly what it needed to be.
Just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty. Pronounced with my accent. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to pump me. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to pump me. I'm stepping tall, yo. And just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereotypes block me. I like to laugh. I like to be funky. I'm spunky. I like my
Oatmeal Lumpy.
Straight gangster Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I leave it on
Your crackers and your licorice.
Hey, yo, fat girl, come here. You take a look here. I got the fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. It never stop me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I like the girls with the broom. I once got busy in a
Murky bathroom.
They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the beats, and I even got behind that.
Yeah, you're talking about the Transformer movie. It looks like a really high budget anime. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, the same studio that was doing the actual cartoon did the movie too, and they really like put in the effort to make that thing just kick so much ass. It blew my mind as a kid. And once we were able to get it on, I don't know, we had some way to watch it at home on VHS. We probably had it recorded off a cable channel from our neighbors because they had cable, and we'd hook them up with cassette tapes and say, "Could you record this movie for us?" And then my brothers and I, we just watched it over and over and over. I could probably quote the entire movie from memory, like right here. Just love it. Sexy baby. Let's hear the first 5 minutes of the movie in quotes. She's like, "All right, I'm going to challenge you, buddy." Yeah, the your VHS of ninja movies. Yeah, the Transformers animated. First couple of minutes, they didn't say anything because it's just all visuals. And then it cuts to unnamed alien robot planet. And they're putting some jars of some liquid down. And then they look up, and I never did understand what they called. The one guy called a guy a name. It sounded like he said Orvalus or Arvalus. He's like, "Arvalus, look, it's Unicron." And then Unicron proceeds to smash the planet, eat it. I think the next line of dialogue is, "The ships, get to the ships. It's our only chance." And then as the ships take off, one guy yells, "Kranix," and then screams as he gets sucked into Unicron. And then it's the Transformers opening theme song. Transformers! Ba-bam, ba-bam. Enter the Ninja. Ninja 3, the domination. Right? Yeah, Jar, I don't know. I never could figure out exactly what it was he said. The name that one robot called another. It sounded something like that. I guess I could put it on and turn the subtitles on. I wonder if that would Yeah, Gingerbread, that intro, to this day, the intro to the animated movie where it starts out with just space, right? And there's kind of like almost a sound effect of almost like wind blowing in the background, sort of. It's really brief and it's really subtle. And then it zooms in on like a binary star system, and the flames are just pouring off the suns. And there's a microscopic, by comparison to the size of the suns, Unicron traveling between them. And then that music that starts. I mean, it's all synths, you know. It's like It's not actual instrumental music. It's like synthetic, like keyboard synthetic stuff. But that tune, that opening ominous, haunting music that starts for a second and then Unicron approaches, and then you get that heavy beat. Bum 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 bump. And then Unicron goes zipping by the camera, and we zip by and all the technology, and it proceeds into the distance as it floats towards a planet, and more heavy drums. Bum 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 bump 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 bum 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 bump. I'm like, holy shit. Like that is just one of like the craziest, like coolest openings. I loved it so much. And then to watch the monster planet just horn down a whole world. And then it ends with like, because you got Unicron, of course, like he's the planet, but he had those giant, I don't even know what they look like these giant rings around him, right? Then he had the big fangs things up front in the opening. But those things lit up and were glowing, like he's got recharged, and then it silently drifts into space after destroying a planet and killing billions. And then it just fades to quietness, and then the Transformers theme starts. Do, 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 do. I'm like, oh my God, somebody knew exactly what they were doing. Yeah. The death toll in the Transformers animated universe, from the difference from the TV show to the movie, went from exactly 0 to untold trillions in like seconds flat. They really were like, we're going to make this serious. And then, yeah, by the end of the movie, watching him transform, like, holy crap. Like, they're like, we're gonna do a Transformer movie. What would be the coolest transforming thing in that we could possibly come up with? They're like, how about a planet transforming? I'm like, oh my God, a planet transforming into a giant robot. The kids will love it if they can focus after we kill off their hero Optimus Prime, where he literally gets beat to death, and then he flops his head to the side and loses all color and just, dies in front of our eyes. Go home happy, children. Still hate Hot Rod to this day. I never hated him. I understand that he fucked up and was essentially the cause of Prime's death, but I didn't really hold it against the character. I always kind of liked him. He was a little bit too cool. He's a hot rod. He's got flames and pipes, and he's a badass. But I like that he was kind of a stupid kid, but man, he threw himself into battle with no second thought. He's like, off we go. I like him. He's not Prime, but
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit the checks easily and send them.
he didn't kill Magnus. Or rather, he didn't steal it from Magnus. Galvatron stole it, and Hot Rod just got it back, and clearly the Matrix chose him. I know you're kind of joking around. I get it. But Magnus didn't fit for him. He wasn't feeling it. He's a good second in command, but he's not a good leader. But Ultra Magnus, he was like one of my favorite guys. The toy, the actual original Transformer action figure toy, I still have. I still own that guy. Got him kind of packed away in storage. He's in rough shape. He's got almost all his parts. In fact, I have right here Ultra Magnus's gun. Like, I drew this gun in the hands of this character on the cover to the first issue. But there's Ultra Magnus's gun right there, right? Which he could hold it two different ways. When the white Optimus Prime cab was in robot form, that's how he held it. And then when he was Ultra Magnus, he held it like that. I think it's kind of a pretty neat looking little gun design. I like the barrel with the circles on it. Yeah, Steel traditional art. What's up? There you go, Steel. Well, I mean, that's a muscle guy's back and arms, but this is what I started with. So drawing this guy. But now I'm kind of laying out the pencils for the page immediately before it, where he puts on this outfit. So it's all this. He's gearing up, and then we're going to get the glory shot of the guy in his cool outfit. And this is the page that starts the whole thing. Not quite done, but this is where you're going to start getting his little Iron Man type little actuator arms that are going to start gearing him up. Kind of, Jaro. Kind of. It's less of a, because previously he was strapped out in a like a Liefeld cable type gear with shoulder pads and guns and belts and stuff like this. But this time it's more of a streamlined thing. So kind of, yeah. I just wanted to draw him differently. It's the same guy from the first issue. Just he's gonna gear up differently. Then this page isn't done, but going to show some of the bad guys that are gearing up to come attack him. He's going on a mission to save a female character, or rather warn her. And these guys are going after the girl, so he's going to kind of save her before these guys show up and attack her. But of course, fight's going to ensue. And then here those characters go into the teleportation portal. Because that's how all my guys get around. I haven't decided to put them in a jet yet and have them fly around like every other superhero. They teleport. Because why not? These are bullshit comics. all bullshit. Bullshit? Bullshit. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, X-Force body slide teleportation. Of course, he used it in every one of his books. Youngblood had the body slide thing, which I thought was dumb because the body slide was a term to me introduced in X-Force, and then he just kept it for Youngblood. Like, come up with a different term. Doesn't have to be the same term. Doomed. Okay, I actually think I'm gonna shut her down. I kind of reached my limit for the night. Kind of distracted with something else going on, so kind of just done for the moment. So I'm gonna shut it down. Probably be on tomorrow. I mean, I honestly don't know what else I would be doing. What else am I gonna do with my life besides get off work and then come and draw comics? Todd shows up and instantly is like 2 more hours. These are the rules. That's hilarious. I think the longest I ever went one time was like 3.5 hours. That was kind of wild. That was crazy. That was nuttier than squirrel shit. Whew. Yeah, right, Sheldon. Is there anything else? I know. What else am I gonna do with myself? Yeah, all the cool kids are doing 24-hour marathons. If I was getting big time streaming paydays, I would do that shit. Like, there's this like YouTuber chick that I watch that just streams almost every day for like 8 to 9 hours a day. It's crazy. I don't watch those. I guess I'm not gonna tune in for 8 hours, but then she'll put together clip shows of them, and but I guess if that's a way to make a living, hell yeah. Don Draws Stuff says, dude, what's up, my dude? Still traditional hustling, right?
Power on.
Yeah. Was Finch drawing earlier tonight? Because no, I did not see that. I might have to go back and check it out. Anything Finch does these days is awesome. Like he's just got that style that just kicks ass, and he just kind of dialed it in. I've said there was a time when his artwork, I actively avoided it. It was kind of around his he was working at Marvel and doing some stuff for them, and it's just something about his style, just I couldn't look at it anymore. I did not like it. But man, is he everything I love his stuff now. He's so good. There's not a single monitor in either of these pages, which is why I went kind of heavy on this one. See, there's a couple, and there's a couple hanging up there, and you know, there's some stuff. There's front facing silhouette stuff. So oh, that's funny. Don't you worry about it, Todd. I got my monitors in here. For all that time I spent scribbling them. Took a minute to kind of noodle in this little rando tech detail, but you know, it's all worth it in the end. Right? In theory. Don, you think you might going to get Finch on your stream? Like, really? Is that what you did? I catch that right? That's a thing. I do all that, but I don't go find a. Well, that would be a big get for you guys. Hell yeah. I could swoon all over him. Hello, Mr. Finch. No, I understand. Yeah, not confirmed. I understand that it's not like a set deal, but I mean, just the fact that it's even a possibility, I would never even attempt it. I would never think to even try because I'm like, there's no way that he would give a shit, you know, for me. But I guess if you don't know, you don't try. I guess you miss 100% of all the swings you don't take, something like that, right? Yeah, I rapidly sent that email, right? You're like, hell yeah, I'm going to send that. Of course. Oh, man. I hope that works out for you guys. Wow. That's awesome. Well, so yeah, there are those pages, and that one I got to finish this whole like space. Got to put stars and stuff and kind of draw in a planet here. You know, it's Earth. Got to have an establishing shot. We're on Earth somewhere. Then our guy's getting his gear changed out. Then we're off to the battle. Anyway, I'm going to shut her down, guys. I appreciate it. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I know, Don. You know, just keep reminding me because sometimes it's tricky because like I have my kids and I kind of forget about it. Yeah, just remind me, and we'll definitely. It's not a if. It's a I will. I'd be glad to. It's kind of a matter of just lining up things for the right time. I would love to. Okay, guys, I'm going to bounce. Thanks, everybody. Okay. Yep, you do it, Don. All right, guys. Catch you later.